Well, guys, I've reached the lowest point in my life. I'm making a YouTube video. Even worse, I'm making a YouTube video that is a reaction video. Bear with me, I have no editing skills, so unless I get a whole lot better at OBS real quick, this is probably just going to be me talking into a mic. The reason this video is coming out is because of a YouTuber called 16Leo. I just stumbled across him earlier this week, and I actually quite liked his content. I watched his whole 2 hour video on Netflix's The Ultimatum, and it was quite good. I was looking for another video by him when I saw he did one on Classically Abby, the conservative YouTuber, um, and I just sort of rolled my eyes and started watching to see where he would go with it. He's a pretty funny guy. Like I said earlier, I do like his content, but this video makes a couple of jokes that are just silly, and I think overall it doesn't quite hit the nail on the head. Um, it really starts off not too well when he explains that Abby Shapiro is Ben Shapiro's sister, um, and he just straight up lies. He says that Ben Shapiro's laugh is his actual laugh. He plays a clip of Ben Shapiro actually mocking Kamala Harris's laugh, and then it sounds so ridiculous that he actually has to caption it Ben Shapiro's real laugh. And the problem is it's not his real laugh. So here's that.
Now, for those of you who don't know who Classical Abby is, you might have heard the name Abby Shapiro, or you might have heard the name Shapiro, because that last name does sound oddly similar to Ben Shapiro. That would be because that is Ben's younger sister, and she is just like him. I don't know what the
So yeah, like I said, that's not even his actual laugh. So then he goes on to make fun of her singing before finally getting into the meat of his argument, which is basically that Abby Shapiro has made this video about how women should dress more modestly, and he goes and attacks her for it. Um, and it's just sort of ridiculous because the most funny part of this whole thing is when he makes fun of her for being conservative and therefore hating Muslims and hijabs, um, as if it's not tradition for Jews and Catholics and other Christians to wear modest veils and other headdresses to like preserve your modesty. Like it's pretty common. If you go to like a classic Catholic mass, the women there will be wearing veils. And just because like you're in a different culture, a different religion, doesn't mean that those cultures can't share like certain ideals.
That's all I'm saying.
And do you want to be noticed for being beautiful or being sexy? Modesty is about treating your body with respect. It's about recognizing reality that men are visual creatures.
Is it not funny how someone so conservative could agree so much with, let's just say, the hijab or something else that the Eastern tradition, which they hate, usually conservative people hate that. It's ironically funny sometimes. She's ironically Abby at times.
It's
Yeah, so just that again, just because you're a different culture doesn't mean like you can't also think that modesty is a good ideal. But really, I think the most telling part of this video that reveals the most about just where our culture is about halfway through at the 1950 mark. I'm just gonna let it slide right here.
There's ways contraception exists.
waking up next to someone you have no emotional connection with and wasting your time. I'm not saying sex is bad. In fact, sex is wonderful, but sex with the wrong person is not.
What if you like having sex? What if that's just a part of your life and you're a sex positive person? What am I supposed to shame you for doing something you like that's legal and consensual between two human beings? Are you kidding me? What up?
No, she's not kidding you. If if I want it is not a good reason for it to be good. If you watch Abby's video, she says that sex is great. She says it right there. We all want to have sex, but just because you want something doesn't make it good. That's just pure hedonism. That's not like morality. It's just hedonism. Just because you want to have sex doesn't make it good to sleep with dozens of men. Just because you want to advance your career doesn't make it good to kill a baby. Just because you want more money doesn't make it good to rob a bank or tax someone that earns more than you. The whole point of modesty is that it's difficult. But there's more to life than just getting dopamine hit after dopamine after dopamine hit. Studies have shown that women who have less sexual partners earlier in life end up with more satisfying marriages. Let's put it this way. If you were offered the choice to enter into a pod from the Matrix that simulated a perfect life full of nothing but pleasure, would you choose to go into that pod for the rest of your life and experience dopamine hit after dopamine hit until you die? I mean, your answer is probably no, because we as human beings, we have this need to build, to create, to achieve, to leave something behind when we die. There's more to life than just pleasure. But I think that our culture has really embraced the sort of hedonism that appeals to our lizard hindbrains. When someone criticizes you for your actions and your heavy response is, I like it though. That's just not a good reason to do something. I think maybe you should reconsider and come up with a better reason for your actions. Because a lot of the time, the things in life worth doing or not doing are difficult. Anyway, that's my first YouTube video. Subscribe and all that if I ever make another one.